Hey people, Zack Attack here. It's my Raw review for August 8th, 2011. It was yesterday, by now it's after midnight. That means it's my birthday. I turned 23 years old today, so I'm very happy. Today's my birthday. So it's a little late. I had an upload, but I had to cancel it. Want to load, try to make another one. So hopefully this one works this time. So Raw review. For August 8th, we kick it off with Triple H coming out, declaring he'll be the special guest referee for this Sunday's title match between Cena and Punk for the WWE title. School job or not? I will tell you my thoughts on that when we get towards the ending of the show. So Triple H stays the referee. Punk doesn't come out, but Cena does. And Triple H is like, Cena, you and Punk will be an answer tonight as little warm-up matches for your match on Sunday. Cena, you will be facing off against Swagger right now. Punk faces up to Toledo. And just to end the suspense, both guys win the matches. You know, Cena beat Jack Swagger. And Punk beat Alberto Del Rio. Two heels, Alberto and Swagger, who were built very well not being demoted. You know, Swagger's been like, he's probably the guy I mentioned earlier, they're taking out the trash in my mind. They're going to fire people. They've been firing people. They fire Kozlov and the people. And Triple H is probably going to look at the people he's looking to take out the trash. And may say, Swagger could be next on my list to fire. Especially got squashed this night. He went from being a world champion to being coach's bitch to getting squashed by John Cena. Probably a typical Cena match. Cena gets beat up. It comes back. Super Cena strikes again. You know what I mean? Punk beats Alberto. You know, I think I only saw a bit of both matches tonight, but they both had momentum on their side. They both got a win. So they both had no excuse of why they had no momentum. They had momentum going into it after winning the matches tonight on Raw. And what's we do with the Cena with CM Punk beating Alberto? Is it more like promoting Punk or demoting Alberto? We'll see what the plan is at the Summerslam if they do give Punk the title or not. There was balls of a match between Miz and Rey Mysterio. But Mysterio got attacked by Miz before the match. Now, for those of you who watched my attack line today, I mentioned that Mysterio got injured. He apparently re-injured his leg at a house show a couple days ago. Now, he worked the house show yesterday, but on Sunday, but he wasn't wrestling. He was using an angle where he was attacked, and then he gets about twist play in his match because of his injuries from the attack. Well, that's what happened. Miz attacked Mysterio. Mysterio was carried out, and Miz was like, "I made my forfeit. Referee raised my hand. I won because Mysterio got injured." Because I want to make a statement. He's like, I'm not on SummerSlam. I want attention. I am the most seen superstar. Miz, I'm awesome. So referee came out, apparently raised Miz's hand, but no. He said, Triple H's got an opponent for you, a new opponent for you, Miz. You got to wrestle still. Kofi Kingston. Like I said, they were feud in 09. It was pretty good. You know, they had a feud when Kofi was the U.S. champion. This is when Miz was being, you know, being risen to superstar status. Another guy who's being kind of demoted. You know, Miz went from being world champion, now he's like mid-card status again. Hope he gets back high again once when Cena gets dethroned again. So Miz gets the victory over Kofi. Don't know what it'll take him, but at least hope he'll get him attention and probably maybe get on SummerSlam this Sunday. But who knows what they're gonna do with Miz, especially Kofi, guy who needs to get promoted a lot more, as much as Miz. After that was, like I mentioned, CM Punk versus Alberto Del Rio. Punk won, furthering his match. Now, like I said, I love this whole Punk thing. And I'll talk about the other night about him and everything, but I like what they're doing with Punk, but I hope the guy doesn't get squashed by Cena on Sunday, or at least screwed. We'll get to that in a second. So he beats Alberto, and like I said, I like Punk and I like Alberto too. Alberto's pretty cool, but I just don't like what they're doing. You know, Alberto was Money in the Bank. I've said this a lot in my attack line about him losing, getting in the Rumble, but losing Mania and having Money in the Bank. And was supposed to get a shot at SummerSlam, and probably not now. He's not. So we'll see what happens. Is Alberto even in SummerSlam as well? Who knows who's Alberto going to face at SummerSlam? If he's going to be at SummerSlam, who knows what will happen. But we'll see how WWE handles this Alberto thing after him losing to Punk tonight. After that, we had a Divas match. Eve versus Beth Phoenix. I like what they're doing with Beth, though. Like I said, when they make bad guys good guys, it kind of turns out bad. You know what I mean? Like, when they turned Doink into a good guy, it was, like, over for Doink because Doink was just being silly. Like, really, really silly. When he was a bad guy, it was, like, really silly but cool. Like, really evil. He was, like, the evil clown. You don't see that every day. It was kind of edgy. It was different. They made him good guy. It was, like, predictable. And that's what they're doing with Beth, making her back into a bad girl. Like I said, Melina getting fired was a bad mistake. And Beth's like, listen, I'm sick of being pushed over for all these prissy divas. These little goody two-shoe divas who have more sex appeal than brain appeal, if you know what I mean. More brawn than talent, if you know what I mean. So Beth defeated Eve in an easy squash match. Like 3 or 4 minutes, typical diva squash match. And Kelly attacked Beth at the end of the night when Beth was talking. And we'll see what happens. I would like Beth to win, but I think Kelly may win because they keep the good thing going. No matter what JR and King say about Kelly's chances, because Beth's an Navy girl, but we'll see how it fails out. Then we had a match between AY and Dolph Ziggler, which is built on the little thing they had last week when Dolph was talking and AY interfered. It talked about Vicky back, but when he's like, hey, Dolph, let's fight. Dolph's like, what away? I don't know you. But he took this match tonight, and Vicky got way in the way. She even got in it way before the match started, and AY's like, I'm trying to say, I don't know what exactly he said, but he mostly said, I don't know, I'm not saying your breath stinks, but it's like death climbed in your mouth and pooped in it. In other words, your breath smells like crap. So the match was short because Vicky kept getting in the ring, trying to break it up and everything. It's like, come on in. And she slapped AY, causing a disqualification. Now, Dolph was mad than anything because Dolph was like, you screwed my match up. I lost. That's the key word. AY won. No way. No matter how he won. DQ, count out, or whatever. If you get a major win over someone who's like a champion, it's a huge deal. Because you're like in contention for a title shot. CM Punk did that once. Like, I beat Cena. No matter what, I beat him. That's going to happen to Alex Riley. You know, he beat Dolph Ziggler tonight by DQ. That means he may end up getting a title shot, especially this Sunday, to make up for this DQ victory tonight. We'll see if it's announced on WWE.com maybe throughout the week, or if it's going to be on Raw. Who knows what they're going to do with AY. And our last match of the night before the segment, John Morrison versus R-Truth. Now, John Morrison got beat up by R-Truth last week, and that's what happened again this week in the singles match. Last week was a tag match. This week's singles match. Morrison got his butt whipped again, ran across the stage, and then beat up by R-Truth, get the victory. He got beat up by R-Truth, pinned by him twice, in singles and tag. Morrison needs to get back. He needs to get a victory over R-Truth, end this feud, and then go on to trying to go for the title. That's it, Triple H. Let's. Because like I mentioned on last week's Raw review, they don't want to push good guys, because they don't want another good guy to go more over than Cena. That goes to our last segment. Cena Punk had a little contract signing. Larry Niners was there, like I said, the last McMahon stooge. And Punk owned Cena again on the mic. Like I said, they're building Punk up to be this major guy, but I hope to God they don't demote him. That's what a lot of people, including myself, are feeling that they're going to build Punk up and then push him down again and make him be on mid-card status until he quits for real. And that's what happens with WWE. They do good things and bad things. More things change, more they stay the same, man. They probably make Cena champion again because he's like the right thing to do. It's not. The right thing to do, the right thing is make Punk the champ. You're not champ. And if Cena does win on Sunday, he's supposed to face up against, the Raiders supposed to face up against Rey Mysterio. Hopefully Rey wins if Cena wins. If Cena wins, hopefully Cena loses to Mysterio on Monday. That's if Cena wins. Hopefully that doesn't happen because I want Punk to win. But Triple H's referee odds are stacked against Punk. Because that's what they do with storylines in WWE. They do good storylines, bad storylines. And sometimes the good ones, they build people up so good, they demote them down. That's what happened in All Truth. He got pushed to be a big heel, and he got buried by Cena. Basically, if you face Cena, you get buried. Unless you're Punk, you win one, and then you lose one against Cena. That's what happened to Miz, too. He beat Cena at Mania, then he lost to him at Extreme Rules. In that triple threat cage against Morrison and Cena as well. I hope Punk doesn't get demoted or buried, especially if Triple H is referee. The boss! You know, I hope to God that doesn't happen, but I'm fearing it will. It'll be hunky-dory, same old bullshit as usual. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but we'll see how WWE fails out this Sunday at Summerslam. That's it for me. That's my review for Raw. See you tomorrow on my very special birthday attack line. I'll see y'all later. Happy birthday to me. Yay.